Now at 11, a fast-developing investigation out of Idaho after two Navy jets collide midair.
I saw a big flash, and I look over, and immediately I see the 4 parachutes.
Plus, back in Portland, a local business owner shares his frustrations over crime in Old Town.
If you guys want us to start policing our own spaces, there's going to be a lot of slow music playing and a lot of flowers being delivered.
And prepare for a summer full of soccer in Portland.
Cherry bombs and rock and roll.
The latest team to make their debut tonight. Thanks so much for joining us here at 11. I'm John Adams. Growing questions out of Idaho after two Navy jets collide midair during an air show. All 4 air crew members ejected, with video showing just how quickly all of this unfolded. And these jets have a Washington connection. Bridget Chavez has more.
This video shows the moment 2 Navy aircraft crashed during an air show demonstration. The 2 EA-18G Growlers are intertwined. Then a flash, smoke and debris begin falling. Seconds later, 4 parachutes open. And moments after that, the aircraft crashed to the ground, causing an explosion.
Out of the corner of my eye, I saw a big flash, and I look over, and immediately I see the 4 parachutes.
The crash happened just after noon Sunday at Mountain Home Air Force Base in Idaho.
Once I saw the black smoke, I knew that there was something was wrong.
A Navy spokesperson confirms the 2 Growlers collided while performing at the Gunfighter Skies Air Show. Both aircraft were assigned to Electronic Attack Squadron 129 from Whidbey Island. 4 aviators were involved. The Navy says all of them successfully ejected and are being evaluated by medical personnel.
That is a miracle when particularly jet airplanes come together. It's usually not a very good outcome. So that's a good outcome for today.
Cary Grant is an assistant professor of aeronautical science. He's also a former Air Force instructor.
When you are in a formation, you have your lead, you have your wingman, and it's always the wingman's job to make sure that you keep your lead in sight at all times.
Grant says the aircraft appear to come together one above the other.
And in order for those airplanes to come together like they did, one on top of the other, the wingman probably lost sight of his lead.
He says the investigation will look far beyond the video.
When we start investigations, we find out that most accidents are not a single cause.
But this isn't the first time something like this has happened at this air show. In 2018, a hang glider died after crashing onto the runway. And in 2003, a Thunderbird's jet crashed during the show, but the pilot was able to eject safely before impact.
Sometimes what we think initially might have been the cause of the accident isn't the cause at all. So I encourage people not to rush to judgment.
All right, let's take a live look outside right now. We ended the afternoon with some sunshine as the rain showers we saw to end the week made their way out of the area. Meteorologist Joe Ranieri joining us tonight with more on what the week ahead is going to look like.
Very pleasant is probably the best way to paint the forecast for the next 7 days. And the sunny and dry conditions that we're going to be seeing tomorrow and beyond will continue into next holiday week or the upcoming holiday weekend. I know we're just getting done with the weekend, but temperature right now of 60 degrees. Weren't getting the reading out there from our Wells Fargo camera, but I just looked and we are looking at a temperature of 60 degrees. A few clouds to start things off on your Monday morning, turning sunny and warmer, but the rest of the week we're going to be looking at temperatures basically in the 70s all week. The warmer time of the week will be by Thursday and Friday with temperatures in the upper 70s. This week, dry and sunny, and we're going to be seeing, just fantastic conditions. And looking ahead into Memorial Day weekend, sunny and warm. And obviously, we are looking at a pretty decent deficit in terms of rainfall. That's going to continue going into the next several days, and we could be maybe a week out from seeing any measurable amount of rain. We'll have this ridge of high pressure in place the next few days, bringing in a lot of blue skies. There is a front out there in the Pacific that's going to be ushering in some of the cloud cover, John, for tomorrow morning. But once we get into the lunch hour, even before that, we'll be seeing plenty of blue skies. And just grab the shades because you're going to need them here the next several days. I'll talk more about that in a few minutes.
All right, Joe, thanks so much. Tonight, we're following a developing case here in Portland after a man was arrested for, among other things, attacking a police officer. Portland police released body camera video of that incident Saturday. This started Thursday night around 11:30 when a woman called saying a man had broken into her home with her children inside near North Overlook Terrace. She said before she chased him out, he, quote, threatened to kill them all. Officers found him near Overlook Park, but he fought back when they tried to arrest him.
I'm afraid of you, pig! Put it down! I'll kill you! Put it down! I'll kill you! No, you won't! Yes, I will! I will kill you! Don't punch me again!
The man hit the officer with a rock, but as the video goes on to show, the officer was able to control the suspect while other officers showed up to help. Tonight, we're hearing from the owner of River Pig Saloon in the Pearl District after Portland police arrested a man accused of shooting three women outside the bar. The owner also shared surveillance footage of that shooting with us. Jake Holter brings us that story from Northwest Portland.
Well, the owner says he is beyond frustrated with what he says is an uptick in crime in this area, the worst he says he's seen in his 15 years in business. Watch as shots are fired outside River Pig Saloon last month.
It frustrates me, my staff, the neighborhood, everyone.
This happened shortly after midnight on April 27th. Police say the shooter, 31-year-old Shannon Lyons, was arrested Thursday for shooting three women. Those injuries ended up being non-life-threatening. River Pig Saloon owner Ramsey Hattar says it shouldn't have happened.
The county knew he was a convicted felon. I didn't know. None of our businesses know. But he's allowed to be on the streets carrying a weapon. I mean, obviously illegally, but still.
Court documents show Lyons was convicted of first-degree manslaughter in Multnomah County back in 2014. Hattar doubly frustrated after a stabbing at the bar back in December. He blames local policy for being soft on crime.
They're creating an environment that allows for crime. I've got a River Pig Saloon in Dallas, Texas, right in the heart of Dallas, Texas. We've never had any incidents there.
Hattar says police presence makes a big difference, which he says he has in Dallas, but not in Portland. A recent report showed Portland ranked 47th out of the 50 largest cities in the U.S. for its officer-to-population ratio. This as the Portland Police Bureau is again facing budget cuts, another $21 million set to be slashed this year. So Hattar says in the meantime, they try to keep the crime at bay themselves.
We used to never have to have security at the door, ever. Over the last 3 years, we've increased security at the door. So we have security at the door. Now we have 3 security guards on the weekends. It's unbelievable.
He says he and other Pearl District businesses also pay into a private security team called Echelon.
It's ridiculous. With the taxes that we pay, we shouldn't have to be paying and outsourcing for private security.
Hattar says he hopes things turn around soon.
This is too beautiful of a city. This is too great of a city to allow to deteriorate the way it is.
Lyons is set to be arraigned on the 26th. Jake Holter, KGW News.
Well, amid a rise of whale strandings along the Northwest, a disturbing discovery in Washington. Law enforcement and marine researchers are looking into who carved initials into the body of a gray whale on Whidbey Island Beach. They were found about a day after it washed ashore. It's a violation of the Federal Marine Mammal Protection Act.
I don't want to say it's as tough as a tire on an automobile, but it took some effort depending on what kind of tool they used.
The Central Puget Sound Marine Mammal Stranding Network says witnesses later reported people trying to cut baleen from the same whale's mouth. Photos, witnesses, and a time frame have been turned over to authorities. Violations can carry penalties up to $10,000 and up to 5 years in prison. A missing persons alert here in Multnomah County. The sheriff's office is asking for help finding 61-year-old Janet Gray. She left her Wood Village Care Facility yesterday, which is off of Northeast 238th Drive in Halsey. Deputies say she has multiple health conditions and can't care for herself. She may be heading to Washington County using TriMet. If you see her, call 911.
She just came from the Thorns game.
I did just come from
She's
the Thorns
doubling down on
game.
her soccer today.
Yes.
Well, it was a Sunday full of soccer for some fans, but there's still a whole summer to go. Today, the Portland Cherry Bombs made their official debut with their preseason exhibition matchup. While it doesn't count toward their record, they won 4-0. It's after their male counterparts, the Bangers, kicked off their second ever season yesterday against the Snohomish United. From May to July, Lentz Park will host 13 games across both teams with a layout that brings fans just feet away from the action. We caught up with some fans who have been following the team since they were named.
It was amazing. The energy was incredible.
The vibe in here tonight is fantastic.
The vibe's already so good. Good luck, Cherry Bombs. We hope you have an amazing season, and we are so proud of you.
The next game for the Cherry Bombs is Thursday against West Seattle. And the Bangers, they're playing Wednesday against West Seattle Junction.